Good evening and thank you very much for joining. We're on the last leg of the day 2 of the 6th edition of Bodh Gaya Global Dialogues, Recommendations and Way Forward. For chairing this, I would like to invite Professor Abhay Kumar Singh, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Nalanda University, Shri Uday Sahay, Author and Chairman of Communications, Shri Sanjay Kumar, Secretary, Deshkal Society, Dr. Binodanand, Educationist and former Director, Department of Education, Bihar. Sir, why दे रहे माइक? वही दे देते हैं माइक?
कहाँ माइक करने हमको दिक्कत?
अच्छा ठीक.
Respected Honorable Vice Chancellor, my friend, philosopher and guide, always I feel to introduce to him both panelists or the guardian of the dialogues, Dr. Binodanand Jhaji and Uday Sahay. I know always introduce a very page signature line of the dialogue. It is a process and part of the journey. And you know, when you plan out any journey, this is the part of the future, present and past. There is no need to explain about the context of the present and past. I think the contemporary dialogue which was held in Bodh Gaya, this university, you can say in a broader term, in a linear sense of the time, it is a present, and the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After the completing the lunch, in fact, we have discussed the Udayji, which question is the most pertinent question when you will direct or make the pathway. So there are three most important questions when plan out. Either you write down an academic paper or the policy paper, including the pragmatic document, why, where, and how. And after involving the 2 decades, particularly in the development sector, and when we get the opportunity to finalize, particularly the programming document, and I realized deeply the most pertinent question is how. But before, in fact, I would like to introduce briefly about the how. Before that, I think so I'd like to share 3 specific recommendations which is part of the future of the journey. One, in fact, first I had a meeting with Honorable Vice Chancellor and shared with me, Sanjay ji, हम लोग सोच सकते हैं कि इस conference, इस बोध गया dialogue से एक अच्छा academic volume आ सकता है. Very fortunate. There are 2 important publishers who have joined in this dialogue. Of course, one publisher is known in India, and another person, though there is no need to introduction, about the Routledge. It is an international acclaim, and we are very privileged that the academic director of the Routledge, in particular here, Dr. Sinha, we can request on behalf of the Nalanda University, without taking permission of the Honorable Vice Chancellor, we can think out a very specific focus on the basis of the deliberation and the selection of the paper to be published by Routledge. We can think out one recommendation, because I had made commitment before the dialogue in the first meeting with the Honorable Vice Chancellor. Second, I think so equally an important aspect. Or in this background, I got a little bit relaxed. Formally, I think our guardian of the dialogue, in fact, in the technical session, Professor Jaiswal, in fact, just shared about concern. This is not a personal his concern. I think so. It is a collective concern. Just you go through in our website www.Deshkal India, and in the first document, it come out on the basis of the recommendation. In fact, always we struggle how the dialogue, Bodh Gaya global dialogue, will be created, will be in socialized form. And there is no need to explain about the context of the institutionalized form, because now basically dialogue is running on the basis of the personal contribution and project-based contribution. We are very fortunate having good partner of the Government of India, Indira Gandhi National Culture for the Arts, and Indian Council of World Affairs. But I think so the cost and the logistic part of the dialogue, in fact, we require the need, urgent need, you can say, for the future of the journey to sustain institutional form of the dialogue. In this context, directly, I've taken the permission from the Honorable Vice Chancellor, can I request and just reflect how it is possible to a formal association with reference to the Bodh Gaya dialogue for take it forward of the journey. Second recommendation. And third and important, equal important, in fact, middle of the dialogue, in many of them have shared, it is, in fact, the resources, the intellectual resources, including the factual and the context, had emerged. Of course, if look at evaluate the future, past of the deliberation or dialogue, primarily focus on Bodh Gaya. We are very fortunate and have a privilege. Honorable Vice Chancellor, in fact, in the beginning, in fact, just short bit, I was amazed. Sanjay ji, हम लोग सोच सकते हैं कि इस बार हम लोग landscape of enlightenment, Rajgir Bodh Gaya, or quickly, in fact, I have shared with great respect. It is a great idea. My point is in terms of the recommendation, we can think out a diploma course on, in fact, we can work out in detail, because in this process of the dialogue, we have realized and we have completed a certificate course in association with Indira Gandhi National Culture for Art on art, heritage, culture on Bodh Gaya. And the course is jamming, curriculum and all these things are available, and more than 500 India and abroad both have joined in those course. It is a three month of the certificate course. So just in the experience which we have, Deshkal Society, we have about the diploma, certificate course on art, history and culture of Bodh Gaya. Can we think out a diploma course on landscape of enlightenment in a broader context? Magad region, Rajgir, Nalanda, and Bodh Gaya. Thank you. And I would like to invite Dr. Binodanand kindly guide and advise these pertinent questions which we have shared with you, how we should go ahead forward. Thank you.
Namaskar. Really, I am very happy to say that I was very much associated with the infrastructure development of this institution, sir. From 2016, I was OSD to Additional Chief Secretary Education, Mr. R.K. Mahajan, and also I was Director of School Education. That time, from land acquisition to this development for infrastructure, I was regularly visiting this site, and Mr. Sanjay ji, presently he is Secretary in the Department of Health. That time he was a Managing Director in BSEIDC. So we used to come here, and when I came here to see this deliberation, I feel myself very happy that I was part of this institution. Friends, only 2-3 points I have to say. Really, it is difficult to work in Bihar. Situation is very difficult. Not only this situation, we are listening a story of Buddha. पटना को 3 चीज से हानि है, आग से, पानी से और कलह से. We are कलह प्रिय. कलह अच्छा लगता है. Individual are good, but it is difficult to run a good institution here. Why this is? First time in modern time, Kolkata University was established perhaps in 1857. और उसका land किसने दिया? Darbhanga Maharaja ने. But he do not take pain to open even a college, a school in Darbhanga. Mysore में Sir Visvesvaraya was the chief minister to the crown at that time, जो राजा थे उनके. और 1912 में उसने टू ऑल गर्ल्स एजुकेशन की स्थापना की 1912 में. एंड बिहार 2018 में हमने आकर के ऑल स्कूल गर्ल्स आर गोइंग टू स्कूल. सो देयर 100 years गैप. पहला यूनिवर्सिटी कब खुला? 1917 में पटना यूनिवर्सिटी खुली है. सेकेंड यूनिवर्सिटी बिहार यूनिवर्सिटी केम इन 1952, जहाँ नालंदा इतना बड़ा था वर्ल्ड का, वहाँ इतने 100 वर्षों के बाद यूनिवर्सिटी काम में आया है. सो वी आर नॉट वेरी पॉजिटिव टू मॉडर्न एजुकेशन. और कास्टिज्म एंड फ्यूडलिज्म यहाँ का इम्पॉर्टेंट फैक्टर था जो फाइनली ग्रोथ को रोकता रहा. इसलिए इस यूनिवर्सिटी की, आपके जैसे विद्वानों की यहाँ ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है, और कष्ट भी हो तो उसको उठा के करते रहना पड़ेगा. सेकेंड थिंग आई लाइक टू से, आपने सुना होगा कि 12th सेंचुरी इसको नष्ट कर दिया बख्तियार खिलजी ने. लोग जैसा बताते हैं, हिस्टोरियन विल टेल बेटर, कि वहाँ किसी ने प्रोटेस्ट नहीं किया. क्यों नहीं किया? पीपल वर नॉट कनेक्टेड विद दैट यूनिवर्सिटी. समाज से विश्वविद्यालय अभी कटे हुए हैं. नॉट दैट ओल्ड नालंदा. इवन यू गो टू JNU, मैं मुनीरका में 5 साल पहले गया था संजय जी. वहाँ आधे घंटे उस गांव में घूमा, पूछा कि ये बगल में क्या है, तो बोला एक कॉलेज है जहाँ बच्चे पढ़ने जाते हैं. आपका फ़ायदा तो न मेरा बच्चा वहाँ पढ़ता है, न हमको कोई नौकरी मिलती है, न वहाँ के लोग हमारा हालचाल पूछने के लिए आते हैं. इट इज़ वेरी डिफ़िकल्ट. यू आर टोटली डिसकनेक्टेड विद द इमीडिएट सोसाइटी हैबिटेशन. ऐसे में यूनिवर्सिटी नहीं चलेगी. आप भले ही नौकरी मत दीजिए उनको, यू डोंट गिव एडमिशन टू देम, बट फॉर प्रॉब्लम एनालिसिस यू गो टू द विलेजेज. यू टेल सम फाइंडिंग्स. कैसे पानी की बचत करेंगे, जीवन क्या है, कैसे दुख से अलग होंगे, इस पर आप बैठ के बात भी कर सकते हैं. आपके जैसा विद्वान का यहाँ आना और होना बड़ी बात है, लेकिन इसका आनंद ये गांव वाले नहीं समझ पा रहे हैं. तो हाउ यू शैल कनेक्टेड टू यू. सो दीज आर इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस. एक और बात, ये पर्सनल है टू ऑल द यूनिवर्सिटीज फ्रॉम माई साइड. मैं एक प्रैक्टिशनर हूँ, मैं स्कॉलर हूँ नहीं, वेरी फ्रैंकली टेलिंग यू. आप जो बताते हैं उसके पिल्स को लेके मैं ट्रेनर को बताता हूँ, ट्रेनर टीचर को बताता है, टीचर्स हम बच्चों में ट्रांसफॉर्म करते हैं. अभी देशकाल की मदद से हमने 50 ट्रेनिंग कॉलेज के टीचर्स को ट्रेन किया है कल्चर इन हेरिटेज में बोध गया में. अपने टीचर्स को बताया है. अर्लियर दे वर गोइंग टू बोधिसत्व टेम्पल. उनको कुछ पता नहीं था कि पिलर क्या है, क्या लिखे हुए हैं. गया, प्रणाम किया, चल दिया. प्रणाम करना आसान है. गांधी का भी जो जन्मदिन आता है लोग प्रणाम करके चल देता है, अपनाना कठिन है. तो ऐसे ही बुद्ध भगवान का, तो संजय जी ने कहा कि नहीं, यू हैव टू लर्न हाउ टू स्टडी, हाउ टू नो. देन वी स्टार्टेड द डिफरेंट बैचेज फॉर द टीचर्स एंड स्टूडेंट्स एंड आवर डाइट टीचर लेक्चरर्स. उसको बढ़ाना पड़ेगा. केवल हम कहते रहेंगे लोग नहीं जानते, इससे नहीं होगा. यहाँ के लोग यदि आपको संदेह से दृष्टि से इसलिए देखते हैं कि उनको बराबर लोगों ने ठगा है, तो आप भी जब जाएंगे तो पहले लोग पूछेंगे सर कितना पैसा है आपको इस काम में. यही पूछता, हम लोगों से ही पूछता है. तो इस कारण हम कनेक्शन छोड़ देंगे तो बातें आगे नहीं बढ़ेंगी. हमको आगे कनेक्ट होके काम करना है. और ऐसे भी अब डेमोक्रेसी में वी आर टेलिंग दैट देयर आर 4 पिलर्स, एग्जीक्यूटिव, जुडिशरी, लेजिस्लेचर एंड fourth state is newspaper and media houses. But I am telling you, universities are also a pillar. ये सच जो बोलना है, बड़े बड़े जगहों पर टेक्नोलॉजी कितना काम, आखिर आदमी तो आएगा ना कहीं. वो सच नहीं बोलता है, कौन बताता है उसको बोलना. अब पंच परमेश्वर नहीं रहा प्रेमचंद का, तो यूनिवर्सिटी से निकला हुआ आदमी सच नहीं बोलेगा तो कैसे ये डेमोक्रेसी सर्वाइव करेगी. विजडम कहाँ से आएगा. ये सच बोलना कौन बताएगा. या आप बताएंगे. आपके यहाँ से निकला हुआ आदमी सुविधा को छोड़ने की हिम्मत बटोरेगा, रिस्क लेगा और सच बोलने की हिम्मत करेगा. ये घट रहा है. तो मैं आई रिक्वेस्ट ऑनरेबल वाइस चांसलर, इज बहुत बड़े विद्वान हैं और आपकी बहुत कीर्ति है, कि प्लीज़ इस दिशा में कुछ करने की जरूरत है. यहाँ के सोसाइटी को कनेक्ट कीजिए और यहाँ के लोग जो आपके यहाँ आते हैं वो सच में भरोसा रखें. और हमने यह जब देखा कि यू हैव स्टार्टेड द कोलैबोरेशन विथ देशकाल सोसाइटी, इट इज़ ग्रेट वर्क. और आपने बहुत अच्छे से इसको शुरुआत की है, सब लोग प्रेज कर रहे थे. बट ये लंबा चलाना पड़ेगा. संजय जी, आपको भी देखना पड़ेगा इनके क्या कॉन्स्टेंट्स हैं, आप कैसे मदद कर सकते हैं, ये कैसे कर सकते हैं. मिल करके यदि आप 10 साल 15 साल आप लगातार काम करेंगे, तब जाके चीज़ें कुछ दिखेंगी। और ये आपका जो विचार हुआ कोई कोर्स शुरू करने का, यू कैन स्टार्ट ए 3 months डिप्लोमा कोर्स, 4 months कोर्स, स्मॉल, जहाँ स्पोकन इंग्लिश के साथ कुछ कल्चर, कुछ बुद्धा की बातें, ये सब को जोड़ करके कुछ डिज़ाइन किया जा सकता है, जिसमें आप लोकल पीपल को इन्वॉल्व करेंगे, यूथ को करेंगे। ऐसा बहुत सारे यूरोपियन कंट्रीज़ में होते हैं जहाँ लोग अपने साइट्स को बताने के लिए लोग तैयार करते हैं, और ऐसे भी लोग इंजॉय करता है यूथ। तो ऐसा करने से वास्तव में हमें मज़ा आएगा और चीज़ें सार्थक होंगी। और एट लास्ट आई लाइक टू कोट हेनरी फोर्ड का एक कोटेशन है, कमिंग टुगेदर इज़ ए बिगनिंग, keeping together is a progress, and working together is success. I think you have started, now you will succeed. All the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sanjay ji, once again. I'll just take 2 minutes to sum up. Already deliberations have taken place. Nothing much to add to that. In journalism, all of you are exposed to the world of journalism. There are 5 W and 1 H. I think Sanjay ji was referring to that. Why, where, what, and the last one is how. Out of these 5, 2 are most important. Out of these 5 W's, 2 are most important. These are number 1, why. Anything that we do in life, if we are clear why are we doing it, our speed is very different. And our success chances are also very high. And the second one is how to do it. These are the most 2 important components, and I think Sanjay ji has already reflected his mind. And I concur with him. And I would like to reiterate the same once again for the purpose of clarity and assertion. 1, if there could be some kind of a, one-off event doesn't create an impact unless it's sustained. So no matter how successful this event was, the fact remains that unless you do it over and over again, it's not going to have a lasting impact. So maybe on a not very long term, maybe a mid-term kind of arrangement is done with a disclaimer that the university would also like to reach out to other scholars who participate in this dialogue. Sanjay ji has been working really hard for the last 5 to 6 years that I know, in collecting the best of minds who are working on the theme like this. But an individual effort is not enough. Vice Chancellor Saab, you are a head of the institution and you have a wider reach. And you're just a call to anyone best in the world, you would get a response. So maybe if this bag can be expanded and it can be done at least for 3 years, through a formal arrangement, it will be great. 1. Number 2, publication. Whether if you're in the academic world and if you're not into publication, I need not reiterate, it doesn't leave a long-term impact. And therefore, not only the previous 5 to 6 dialogues that you had, the best of the writings you can cull out, put them together, maybe get some more contributions, and bring out a book. Let the book be published by Nalanda University in association with Deshkal Society or whatever, that's the formal agreement part of it. But that will be like institutionalizing the thoughts which have been so arduously built up over the years. That will be a great thing to happen, to my mind. And he was also talking about a diploma course. Abhay Sahab, I would like to, I am a witness to the effort made in the past by Sanjay, and they organized some kind of a online course to sensitize people and scholars and students on heritage consciousness. I mean, they wanted to, and it became a real hit because a lot of students in Delhi, including, were interested to join, and somehow it is yet to take off a big way. If he has a sanction, I remember, sir, just now we finished a film shoot in Jharkhand, and this was what we call patch shoot. When you finish the shooting, you go back to the editing desk, and at the editing desk, you realize that small little things have been left out. So you revisit your site, and you kind of cover all of that. That's called patch shoot. So we went to Ranchi in a deep forest of Jonah, about 50 kilometers away from Jonah Fall, stayed in the forest and did that. And somehow we realized that many of the local talents also got, they joined us. So we printed a certificate. The funding agency was a very prestigious agency called Story Culture in Goa, who invite film stories from very, very talented filmmakers in the country and only fund 4 to 5 of them. So this film was one of them. And Story Culture in association with Soft Communication was the certificate. And I saw the kind of a little money to these participants didn't work at all. But when they saw the certificate, one was coming and telling me, sir, I'll come and hang it on my, and that's a great binding. If such similar certificates can be given after the course, that will be a permanent branding, because if I have a certificate at home, throughout the year, the shelf life of the certificate doesn't die in a day. It's not like a newspaper that after 12 o'clock you're not interested to pick it up again. The table calendar and such things, they have a shelf life of 1 year. But a certificate of this kind, for a youngster, it matters so much that will hang on maybe years after years. So that's the kind of, and your branding therefore would get majorly multiplied. Last but not the least, Jha Sahab mentioned about a very vital thing, and it's an eye-opening thing for me also, that Bakhtiyar Khilji's doing, not done, undone so far, it's a different chapter, and we feel very strongly that a wrong still is hanging on our head. There is a place by the name of the perpetrator of that violence, yet which is close to, next to the landscape of peace. That apart, but it also was possible because the university was cut off from its immediate surrounding. And this point, Sir Jha, we are really grateful to you that you pinned this point before us, and some kind of a reaching out. One of our research scholars, the assistant professor, also was raising this point in the morning, a reach out attempt. Maybe small ones also, people would know that, yeah, this university ke ladke aaye the, teachers aayi thi, ye program hua and stuff, which you are already doing, I'm sure. लेकिन वो program अगर होता है तो एक organically रिश्ता बनेगा. You can't give them admission to them. They also know कि they have to undergo a very rigorous process to get into this university. Even if you want to help someone, you can't, because the process is so robust and concrete. But small little gesture like this will help you also a great deal in, integrating yourself organically with the surrounding culture and society here. Because I have not stated anything new, but for the purpose of clarity, I was just reiterating the same point. And I'm really thankful once again to the Vice Chancellor, who not only allowed this to happen for the first time ever, and I'm sure he would have faced challenges in even allowing this to happen, but he stood like a rock in not only making it happen, but by standing and sitting with you. For though I've never seen a Vice Chancellor sitting in a conference for 2 days together with the audience. Sir, hats off to you. And it has happened, and I'm sure very soon, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years from now, is bound to bounce back to the same brand which Nalanda was. Even somebody, a friend of mine who was in Oxford for 7 years, she also says that, look, Uday, Nalanda was Nalanda. Oxford is no match. That's the kind of, and day is not far, sir. We wish you all the best from our heart. Thank you.
I now invite Professor Abhay Kumar Singh, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Nalanda University, to chair the session.
Namaskar. Thank you very much for the appreciation, the wonderful words, kind words about Nalanda, and also about the suggestions. I would welcome the suggestions that you have made. But at the same time, let me begin from another end. Of course, Nalanda is already an established name. Today we call it brand. I would say a reputation, worldwide renown. You are thanking us for hosting this event at Nalanda University. I think we are sharing with you the same name. We are not yet built as it should be for a university. So we are under the guardianship of that particular reputation that keeps us running. And if you feel pride in being associated with Nalanda, I would say to you that it is the strength of all of you from different quarters that make us special. It's not just Nalanda. It's not just one Nalanda's program. We have people from the corporate world. We have people from the academics. We have people from different sections of the society, administrators, experienced people and scholars all together. So if the success of the program has been to that extent, it is the contribution of all the segments of the society which Deshkal brought to us. So indeed, if you thank us, I thank you back. And I feel that this association, this samvad, this is the basic idea upon which we move. We have 4 wheels or 2 wheels on which we can run a cart. And to carry on further, we always need the support of at least 2 wheels. I'm happy that you are enthusiastic. You have ignited some thoughts among us, our faculty and our students. And if you are taking back something from this discussion, some ideas, I think that we have been fair enough to you. Hosting the event in a campus, of course, Nalanda, I'm keeping away Nalanda from that. Under Nalanda's, of course, it's a pleasure and we feel honored that you recognize Nalanda. Everybody of us, we have the same. But hosting the event is a limited part. You know, the greatest of the works were done sitting under trees in the forests. The most important works that we read as our books were written by those people who were very poorly salaried teachers. So it is not the money. Kumar Gupta gave a grant of so many villages to sustain one, to build up one Mahavihar. But how it kept running for 800 years or 1,000 years, it were the bhikshuks who were not relying on those resources, or they were not even expecting that. So it is people who come with a sense of sacrifice. They come with a mission. Who are the people who build it? And when you come all this distance from different places, taking the trouble to reach here, so this is the spirit that would build. This was the spirit that rekindles the hope that Nalanda would be one of those important universities again, and of course everybody who is sharing part would be partaking of it. I can assure you here, sir, that the teachers and the students who have come again from distant places have come with a mission. They, for the students, they could have gone to any other country, of course, because they are international students. They could have gone to any other city also, which are more attractive to the young people. And the teachers who are coming from big cities to this place and leaving the places, important places like from Hyderabad, from Chennai, from Calcutta, and Delhi, and so many other places. When they come, they have come with a mission. It's not just a salary. It is a mission that to build Nalanda and be a part of it. So all of it is a combined effort. It's a team effort. And if we can team well, I think we can make much contribution. I don't go into words like progress, and because I am not a person who goes by these ideas. All we have in our life is a mission and nothing else. And if we understand that, it's fine, whether it's progress or it is to stop the progress, or even to restrain the development, pace of development. Everybody has a mission, they are doing it at different places. About our association, of course, we would go. Anybody who has joined Nalanda, hands with Nalanda, this Nalanda, when I use it as a big image, has always remained with Nalanda. So many countries who were attracted towards Nalanda in the 4th century are still a member countries of this institution. So this association has never been lost, it will never be lost. Deshkal is a part of it. We will move together with you. Wherever you go, we will be coming with you. And that will stage. What is in the circumstances, I think there's nothing that was stopping us. But there are 3 things that we have. One is the mandate. We have a given mandate according to which we have to move, we have to function. The other thing is not just the mandate, we have objectives, and we cannot go beyond those objectives. And third is, of course, I would say we are very democratic. If all the people are here, they will be here. If they accept the idea, that would be performed. So it's not just me. I thank my colleagues here who were very well acceptable to the idea that we must have this program here, and that's why we could have it. I would also say that this was not just the faculty, the deans and the faculty who agreed to this idea, it was the administration also who came forward, and they said, we will be having. You have this program on the weekend, 2 days, and you see that the whole administration is, without a grudge, they are here with us. So I see that there's a big cooperation, and whenever you have a big mission in front of you, if there's a cooperation, you are going to succeed. That has been happened. I'm very happy to see that this is concluding very successfully. वार्ता का समय निकल गया, अब मनन का समय शुरू है, सोचिएगा, चिंतन का समय शुरू है, सोचिएगा. When we have another program, we will come back and we can talk about it, about the diploma and the courses, sir, as you said. Of course, we are running some courses, some diploma courses, already they are there. But whenever you think of something, the faculty from here can go, and I'm not going to stop. I would rather be encouraging them to go and have like a sharing in that course, teaching in that particular. In the same way, if you think that it is suitable to hold it here, we may talk about it, but I don't see that chance because the people to whom you want to reach out are not here. Already they are the people who know much more than that for a diploma course. So if you send us back some students from your different courses across the country, I think that would be better for a master's degree plan. You also mentioned, but I am open to all these ideas. I appreciate anything that is going to further our collaboration, our institutions, because in that resides the progress of the country and us. Another part that was sir mentioned here, Jha Sahab, that our connection with the society. So, yes, sir. You will be happy to know that we are well connected with the society here. And I see that the School of Environmental Studies, even historical studies, Buddhist studies, they go out. Professor Mishra is here. He goes out to, with his batch of students to Bodh Gaya and all in their celebrations. So there's a lot of admixture. Same way, I see that students from different places are coming. Nearby villages also, as far as Nalanda is open for visits. We had visits from, we have a regular visit of the scouts from different, about 500, a team of 500. When they camp here, they are invited to the campus, the schools, regular visits of the schools, they were here. Yesterday we had a batch of about 60 students from Bangalore who came for a visit to this. But local, every school, whether it is the Kendriya Vidyalaya or is it the Navodaya, and whichever is, whoever has, like they have a desire to get connected to Nalanda, they come, and we have even some talks for them somewhere. The faculty from our university goes to the Kendriya Vidyalaya. We had a regular session, about 11 or 12 lectures, where different schools sent their faculty out for lectures to this. So we are trying to keep a connect at whatever extent we can provide support, because even our Chancellor has the view that Nalanda, if it has to make a progress, it should always keep concern that the town is also on the rise with this university's progress. So that is his first remark in his first meeting and his message. You can even check it on the website. He has, these words are there, that Rajgir should come up as the town. I have another view. We had Bodh Gaya, Rajgir, and Nalanda in the landscape of enlightenment. We would be adding another place to that. So I'm not putting this as the final destination. The landscape of enlightenment is much bigger. We have not explored even enough of Bihar. There are other places to which we have to move forward. And into this enlightenment, the Buddhist element is there, of course, with all due respect. Jainism was missing this time. I had personally gone to this Virayatan to invite she's Acharya Shri, she's Padam Shri, to come for the inaugural, but she's not well. Her health is not good, so she could not. The person declined that she could not come. So we have to involve that belt. We still do not have Sikhism into this, which is at Patna Sahib, a very important center. So if we have to look into the dimensions, as I said, is a complete view of the place, we have not covered enough. And our friends here were pointing it out, the two gentlemen here. I see Arijit ji and yourself, Saurabh ji, yes. So the dimensions, and of course Deepak Anandji also mentioned about a food place, but that is a different way. So if we are doing something good, and if it makes you happy, I'm looking at to you. If this experience being at Nalanda was a happy experience for you, I think that that satisfies us. That satisfies us, and we also feel that there is hope. The most important thing that we are, when we are concluding these sessions, we are on an optimistic note. We are happy and optimistic. I think that anything that can be done, fruitful, that can come out, is always when we are happy and we are somewhere enthusiastic and just satisfied that till now the progress has been good. Definitely tomorrow would be much better. So I would thank all of you for being here, for your wonderful presentations, for your wonderful ideas. And I'm just missing Dr. Arvind Mishra ji, who spoke very well. And I share your views, particularly when you say this, there's only half truth. And the other half we have to imagine. And that other half completes the whole story. That gives us whether you call it anything, mythology or fiction, or anything, but the other half is very important. So I did not react at the time because the session was getting late. So each and every one of you, I think that very, very thankful from Nalanda. I also say that keep connected to us through Deshkal or directly, wherever. Visit us whenever you have the opportunity. I thank here my very good friend Uday ji, because he is very inspiring. And he has also shown us a very important that what can be done. On the top of when he was at a point of in his career, he decides to do something else. That particular change, that spirit, because he starts, rekindles again, there's something else. I value him for that, and of course for his writings as well, because he's a very talented author. He's the person who introduced Nalanda to the Bodh Gaya and global dialogues. And meeting all of you and getting to the good fortune to listen to you has been wonderful. It's a wonderful experience. So it's not that I was sitting here just to pass like as a formal thing. I was learning so much. I was definitely very much benefited, because your knowledge encapsulated and coming to me is I think is like a nutrient. It gives me, nourishes me well. I'm thankful to the Deshkal team. I'm very much thankful to the Nalanda team, particularly my colleagues, my friends, my deans. Two of them, you see that they are, I think they are sleeping for a while, a nap. And my dear students here, and my wonderful staff in the administration, the IT, and I must thank here the people from the press who came at Gaya and who came here as well. And thank you, Deshkal. Thank you, all of you. Have a good thought about what we can do together, and together as well as beyond that, we must involve more institutions, more relationships should be developed. This region is connected as enlightenment, but even the universities were not so well connected amongst they should have been. So we have to go by sharing. Thank you all very much. It was wonderful to have you here.
Thank you very much, sir. As the 2-day of the Bodh Gaya Global Dialogues comes to a close, all we're left with is a profound sense of awe and gratitude. The deliberations and connections over these 2 days transcends mere words. As we bid farewell to these 2 days of the dialogues, we carry with us a profound learnings and lessons. My heartfelt thanks to the Honorable Vice Chancellor for letting the 6th edition of the Bodh Gaya Global Dialogues happen here in this prestigious Nalanda University campus. Sanjay sir for being the core of the dialogues and continued efforts to take it forward every year after another. To all our keynote speakers, presenters, and chairs, the team at the Nalanda University, IGNCA and ICWA for all their support, the media persons behind the team persons, catering staff at Nalanda University. My apologies